member or a friend of mine married. And so what I'd like to do tonight is kind of introduce you a little bit to the Brad that I know. It'll be all right. I met Brad in the 8th grade. We had a history class together, Miss Robo's history class, if you remember that. And really just after talking, we realized that we both had a lot in common. My family had a cattle ranch in Atascosa County. Brad's family had a cattle ranch in Atascosa County. His family hunted, my family hunted, and it was just things like that really brought us together. We became fast friends. But it wasn't Miss Robo's 8th grade history class that I really remember. It was Miss Schaefer's 8th grade English class. You were there. My dad will remember this too. Miss Schaefer had already gotten on to us a couple of times that day. We were back there minding our own business, of course, not hers, but ours. And it was cold that day in Miss Schaefer's 8th grade English class. And I was wearing one of those cotton long-sleeve T-shirts.
Is that what they want?
And because it was cold, I just pulled my arms inside that cotton T-shirt. And Brad's clever. And like I said, I want to introduce you to the Brad that I know. Brad's clever. Brad saw an opportunity. Brad tied my armless shirt to my desk. He did. And so, over the commotion of me pleading with Brad to please untie me, please. So I don't have to take my shirt off so I can leave here. Please untie me. Miss Schaefer said, Clay, would you please come to the front of the room? Please come to my desk. And I remember my response. I said, Miss Schaefer, I would love to. I really would. But I can't. And she said, well, why is that, Clay? I said, well, Brad has tied me to my desk. So that was it for Miss Schaefer. She'd had enough. And she sent us down to the principal's office. And she sent both of us down to the principal's office. And it was a good thing, because I didn't even know where the principal's office was. When I'd never been there. Brad had been there several times. The first time Brad had been there was a chicklet, wasn't it? Sixlet. I'm sorry. Good. A sixlet is a piece of gum. Brad grabbed whose tennis racket was it? You remember? Sandra Rusher's tennis racket. Brad grabbed her tennis racket, throws a piece of gum in the air, hits the assistant principal in the forehead. Oh, under the eye. Brad went to the principal's office that time. The next time, and I know you think I was there. I was not there for this one. Our class, back to Miss Robo's history class, we were responsible, and again, I was not there for this one. We were responsible for raising the flag in the morning. Brad and a couple other guys. I don't know if it was a competition or just what, but we were responsible for putting it up. The evening or the 7th period, the afternoon class, was responsible for taking it down, right? Right. Well, they started having trouble trying to get this flag down, so Brad thought, well, if they're having trouble, we'll make it impossible. And so he did. He tied the flag so tight, and the flag stayed up for 3 days until they finally cut the rope on the flag. Anyway, so Brad gets us down to the principal's office. We get 3 days of detention, or D-Hall as we called it back then. We're sitting in D-Hall, minding our own business, of course, again. There's a knock at the door. Now, remember this being the most confused I had ever been in my life. There's a knock at the door opens, and there's my dad. Why is my dad at D-Hall? What did he do? You got me? Well, I soon realized why my dad was there. Brad had my 8th grade social life. Right. It was good back then, too. But there's just stories like those, and there's fun memories, and there's just not bad memories. Well, that I have with you. And we've all got it. Every one of us standing up here, all of y'all, we've all got fun memories with Brad. And so do you. I know you've already started making your memories, and there's just more to come. And they're all going to be fun. Brad and I, we spent a summer working together, and we were working for crop consultants. And most of our jobs, Mr. Miller, I know you think we worked hard. We drove around in a pickup truck, and like I said a while ago, Brad's an opportunist, but Brad's also a lot. And one of the things that we started talking about one day was marriage. And Brad, it came up, well, who's going to get married first? I was pretty confident that it would be Brad. Brad was pretty confident that it would be me. And we were so confident, if you will, Jamie, bring that up. We made a contract. And if you will, Brad, I'm going to hand you this. I want you to pull that out. I want you to read it. I'll hold the microphone. All you got to do is say what's there.
Oh my gosh!
Go ahead and read it. Read it, boss. That's the contract. I'll read it. This is Brad's handwriting. It says, the undersigned hereto by agree. This was official. The undersigned hereto by agree to pay the winner of the bet $30 cash upon marriage. Now, what you kind of realize now is back then, $30 was probably a lot to Brad and I. When Jamie brought that home the other day, I realized that, well, we've now spent more than $30 on getting this thing done. But it was worth every penny. I want you to have that. And actually, when I was at your house the other day, I realized that that'll go with some furniture. But now it's time, and I want you to know that I love you both, and we all love you both, and this comes from everybody in the room, and we wish you the best. I didn't practice how they end this thing, so we don't know how, other than to say,
To the bride and groom.
to the bride and groom.